Have you ever hit an absolute brick wall in your genealogical research or found yourself desperately needing a vital legal document? It can be incredibly frustrating, right? Well, today we're completely bypassing the paywalls and unlocking the vault. I'm going to guide you step by step through uncovering Kentucky divorce records online, and we're doing it entirely for free.
Here is our roadmap for this explainer. First, decoding records. Then we'll hit the legal landscape, free online portals, common obstacles, archives and tools, and wrap up with our takeaways and disclaimer. Section 1. Decoding Kentucky divorce records. What's actually in these files? To really appreciate the scope of what we're doing, ask yourself this. Did you know Kentucky divorce records actually date all the way back to 1792? It's true. That's the year Kentucky achieved statehood and the very first counties were organized. So your hunt isn't just restricted to a modern digital folder. This search can literally span centuries. And as you might guess, the authority to grant and record those marital dissolutions has shifted quite a bit over all that time.
When we talk about finding records online, we're usually hunting for the index data that points to a physical, tangible piece of paper, like a 1965 judgment of divorce from the Lincoln Circuit Court, for example. That actual paper is sitting securely in a county courthouse or a state archive somewhere, but the digital trail is what gets us there.
So, what kind of information are you actually going to uncover? Well, a typical record usually features the full names of both parties, the original marriage place, the divorce location, the exact date, and the number of children affected. Now, a quick heads up, if you're digging into historical records, some of the much older documents might actually leave out the maiden name of the woman just due to how they recorded things back then. But for modern records, especially anything after 1972, when Kentucky adopted the term dissolution of marriage, you can expect a full decree that details things like child support, property division, and name restoration. Section 2. The legal landscape, public access and its limits. Kentucky is an open record state, meaning these documents are, by default, public. However, the courts take privacy very seriously. Under Kentucky Rule 601, which is also known as CR 7.03, there is a strict requirement to redact personal identifiers. This means things like social security numbers, precise birth dates, and bank account details are totally scrubbed from public view. Plus, anything involving juvenile records, adoptions, or specific medical information is strictly restricted unless you have a special court order. Now, here's an absolutely crucial distinction we need to make: the difference between what we can get for free and what we actually have to pay for. Using free online indexes allows you to verify that a divorce exists, track down the names and dates, and get those all-important certificate numbers. But if you need a certified, physical copy of the actual decree, let's say for legal proceedings, Kentucky state regulations mandate a $6 statutory fee for that physical document, plus any vendor processing fees. Today, though, our entire focus is on getting you that vital index data for free. Section 3. Free online search portals. Finding the data without the fees. There isn't just one magic master database for this. Your digital toolkit depends entirely on the era you're researching. Looking for active or recent cases? You'll want the KCOJ portal. What about historical cases stretching way back to a county's founding, up to 1977? The KDLA is going to be your best friend. For that very specific 1973 to 1993 window, the University of Kentucky actually hosts an incredible free index. And finally, Family Search offers verified data for cases between 1972 and 1990, as long as you set up a free account with them. If you look into the Kentucky Department for Libraries and Archives holdings, you'll quickly realize that the availability of civil and divorce cases varies drastically from county to county. Interestingly, they even track courthouse disasters. And yeah, whether it was a catastrophic 19th century fire, a massive flood, or just sheer historical bad luck, those events mean some early records were literally reduced to ashes. It's a pretty stark reminder of why finding the right database for the right county really matters. Section 4. Navigating common obstacles. Troubleshooting dead ends. If you happen to be using the KCOJ portal for recent records, here's a massive pro tip. Domestic relations cases often involve very common names. If you forget to specify the county in your search, you're going to face a tidal wave of thousands of irrelevant results. Always restrict your query to the specific county of filing to keep your search manageable and accurate. But what happens if you're coming up empty? First, try alternate spellings of the names. People made typos back then too. Second, a divorce may have occurred in a completely different county than where they got married, so make sure to check all the counties where both spouses lived. Third, try cross-referencing your search with historical newspaper archives, which frequently printed separation notices. And finally, we have to remember the historical reality. Many couples simply separated and walked away without ever filing formal paperwork, leaving absolutely zero divorce records for you to find. Section 5. Advanced Tools and Archives. Going beyond the screen. Sometimes you literally have to step away from the keyboard and go straight to the local courthouses, places like the beautiful Franklin County Courthouse. The actual, unredacted, deeply detailed case files live in these buildings, safely held by the local circuit court clerks. If you do need that physical document, here is your retrieval strategy. Step 1, identify the exact date. Step 2 is incredibly important. If the divorce happened before June 1958, the state does not have it. You absolutely must contact the specific circuit court clerk in the county where it was finalized. Step 3, if it happened after June 1958, the records are centralized. For those, you can request a certified copy from the Office of Vital Statistics in Frankfurt or order it online using VitalCheck for that $6 fee.
Section 6. Essential takeaways and disclaimer. Wrapping up your search.
Just to be absolutely clear, the strategies and portals we've discussed in this explainer are meant for genealogical and personal research purposes. While this is highly accurate structural information, it does not constitute legal advice. If you're dealing with a specific sensitive legal issue regarding your own divorce or custody records, please always consult a professional legal expert. To sum it all up, there's a great little note from the Family Search Kentucky Guide that I think hits the nail on the head. Divorce records are generally open to the public. Some cases may be closed by the court. It perfectly encapsulates the delicate balance of the American judicial system, defaulting to transparency while still holding the power to protect the vulnerable when necessary. I'll leave you with this thought. As technology and AI continue to evolve at lightning speed, do you think every single historical court record will eventually become accessible via one massive free global search engine? Or will growing privacy concerns keep these fascinating human stories locked away in county archives forever? I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts on this, and especially any of your own success stories in tracking down elusive records in the comments below. Keep searching, and I'll see you in the next explainer.